this is Monique. Welcome to One Mo Project. This project is for Kate. Kate is my niece and she wants to learn how to crochet. The only problem is she doesn't live in the same city or even the same state as me. She actually lives a long way away. So this is how we're going to do it. We tried doing it on FaceTime, and let me tell you, to get things pointed at the right place, it didn't work well at all. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to do videos and do projects together. And the first one is how to chain and single crochet. So watch this project all the way through and then go back and try and understand it. And let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you on the other end. All right, we're going to start by casting on. Bring the yarn over and then bring the circle over. And see the green that goes through the middle of the bottom? Catch it with your hook and then pull it down tight. You want to pull the long end, the rest of your yarn, and if you pull the wrong one, it doesn't get tight, so you'll know you have the right one. Time to chain. Use your left hand for some tension and your right hand for your hook. Yarn over and pull through. So yarn over, the yarn goes from back to front, and then I turn the crochet hook toward me just a little so that I can pull it through that loop there that I made. So you're going to need to make maybe 25 or so chain stitches across to make this first project. And when you get to the end and you have your 25, make one more because that's for the turn. Then go back in that first loop there that you can get to. So you can't go back in anything be closer to your hook than that. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through two. This is a single crochet on a chain. So let's do that again. Get your tension with your left hand, and your left hand hold real close to the hole that you're going to go through. Put your hook through, yarn over, twist the hook towards you a little, pull it through. All right, let's do that again. Go through, yarn over, pull up that loop, yarn over again, and pull through the two loops that are on your hook. You have one loop on your hook, go through, pull up a loop, you have two, yarn over, you have three, and pull through the two so that you have one. And then you're going to do that so that you have 25 single crochets across on that chain that you made. Now sometimes I use my fingers on my right hand, and it is when I'm moving the loop further up onto the shank of the hook, and you got to put it up there because that's the size it needs to be. It's kind of skinny right there with the hook part, and then the set size that you want your loop to be as a minimum is the size up there beyond that little slanted part. All right, so once you get close to the end of your 25, make sure you go all the way to that last one. See how there was the cast on knot right there? And then once you made those 25, chain one, just like you did at the beginning. And then you're going to turn and go the other direction. So you're going to go in that hole right there that's close to the hook, pull up one, yarn over, and pull through two. Same thing, a single crochet like you did before. The difference here is you're doing it to a crocheted row instead of to a chain row. So instead of going through one yarn, see how they're in little sets of two, you go through both of them, yarn over, pull through, and then pull through. Let's see, so go through right there, there's sort of V's. You're going to go in the top of the V's, you're going to go through and yarn over, and now you have two on your hook, yarn over, you had three, pull the one through the two. Let's see, through, you got two there, yarn over, and pull through both of them. This is single crochet. And to make small little animals and balls and things that are that kind of shape, single crochet is very important. To make other kinds of things, you combine different stitches. But if you can do the single crochet, then you're going to be able to do all the others. So that's why you're doing a first project that's just single crochet. Well, take that back. Single crochet and chain. Okay, so then you're going to work 25 again until you get to the other end of your piece. And when you get to the other end, make sure you go all the way to that last one. Sometimes it's a little tight. You have to help it get over because you don't have much beyond it. So get through the loops, chain over, pull through, chain over, pull through. And now remember, chain one before you turn and go the other direction. And at the top of the V, yarn over and pull through 2. And then you're going to do that again. All the way back, chain 1, turn, over and over and over until you have something that is pretty much a square. Now, later you can worry that it's exactly a square, but for this one, just as long as you get pretty close, it will be fine. No one's going to come and measure this. So work back and forth and make your 25, and you're going to make about 25 rows that have 25 single crochets in each of them. And it doesn't matter if you make 20 or if you make 26 or whatever, just though you get to practice doing this single crochet and then chain before you turn. So there it is again. All the way to the end, number 25. Get that up on the hook. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. All right, and then just keep on turning and doing that back and forth. Now, when you need to stop, it's best if you stop at the end of a row, but if for some reason you can't, this is what I do. I yarn over and pull through, there's my thing, and then I pull that loop really big. That way if it got caught on something, it doesn't come undone. Now, once you have your square, or you're almost a square or whatever, we're going to put a little edge around it. And this is going to be a single crochet chain 1 in each space. So see I went in that green one and I'm doing a single crochet and then I'm going to chain 1. And in the yellow one, through, pull through, single crochet, chain 1. And I did that all the way around all 4 sides. So that gives you a little different kind of practice where you're, instead of just single crocheting with an occasional chain, every other thing you do. And you're doing both of them in that same loop. It's going to give it a little ruffly kind of edge. So you, in the one space, you go through and you do a single crochet and then you chain 1. When you get to the corners, you're going to do 3 single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1. It's a whole math thing because it's got to get around the corner. It's the next outer layer and it's got to be a little bit bigger. Now, when you go down the side, it's about 1 to 1 because you did a single crochet, that every row gets another single crochet in the side. It just looks different because it's the side instead of the top and the bottom. But that's part of the reason we're doing this edging around it. It just makes it look a little more finished. So single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1. And like I said, it's pretty much 1 to 1 that every row will get the single crochet and chain 1. So keep doing that until you get all the way around all 4 sides. And when you get back to where you started, you need to do 2 because you already have 1 from when you started there at that corner. So you do 2 single crochet chain 1s in that space. Now, once you've done all of those, pull some slack onto your hook and cut your yarn and you're finished crocheting. You're not finished with the whole project yet, but you're finished doing all of the crocheting. If it's a little ruffly like this, don't worry, that's because we haven't blocked it. That is a lesson for another day. If you finish this, then you did fantastic. So get that big needle that came in your kit and thread it, or try to thread it anyway. Spin it tight and pinch it is what I do. And then I kind of sewed this stitch in there. There's a slip stitch thing that you can learn later, but for this particular project, we're going to go ahead and just sort of sew that together. So that doesn't have a really awkward looking corner compared to the other corners. So once you do a couple of rounds there, I want you to tie a knot. But in order to get the knot to stay, pick up one piece of yarn there and make that loop. And then go around and through that loop and pull it down tight. And see how it pulls it down tight against your crochet? And don't cut the tail yet. Go through 3 or 4 stitches across and then skip one space, something where it comes out above it, see there? And then go back to near where you started. And then you can cut it. And you'll have done your first project. Don't worry, I'll come up with more after you finish this one. Ta-da! All right, Kate, and anybody else who happened to watch, thanks for watching. I hope you learned how to chain and how to single crochet. And I hope you made a washcloth. Remember this verse. Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a steadfast spirit within me. See you for the next project. Bye.